Hello again. In this video we will be making single crochet. I have a total of 21 chains here, and the single crochets we are going to be making will be 20 because the last chain is an extra chain. It is not going to be worked into. We are going to be skipping it. To start, you turn over your chain this way and we will be working in these ridges. You are going to skip this first chain here, then you go underneath, you take your hook underneath the ridge, you yarn over, then you pull it out. Instead of bringing it inside this loop like when making a slip stitch, we are not going to do that. We are going to yarn over again, then we'll pull out through these two loops. Let me do it one more time. You take your hook underneath this, then you yarn over, you pull it out, then you'd have two loops on your hook, then you yarn over, then you pull through the two. I'm going to do it again. You go underneath, make sure that the chains you made, they are not too tight. You yarn over, you pull it out, you yarn over, then you pull through two. When your chains are not too tight, it will be much more easy to walk through them. You go under the ridge, you yarn over, you pull out the yarn, then you yarn over, then you pull through these two loops on your hook. I'll do it one more time. You go underneath the ridge, you yarn over, you pull it out, you yarn over, then you pull through two. I'll continue that way till I get to the last chain here. So I've gotten to the last chain here. I'll go underneath the bump or the ridge, I'll yarn over and pull out the yarn through it. I have two loops on my hook, then I'll yarn over and pull the yarn through the two loops, and we have our first row of single crochet. You can adjust this hole here by tightening the knot a bit. Now to continue to do multiple rows, you would chain one. It serves as a turning chain, then you turn your work this way, then you start working single crochet on the top of these single crochets. You can see that they are like V's at the top, so we'll be working underneath the V's. I would advise that you use a stitch marker for the edges so that your work will be straight when you are done. We're going to do the first single crochet. We'll go underneath, we'll pull out the yarn, then you yarn over and you bring out the yarn. So I'm just going to put my stitch marker here to show that this is the first single crochet. To continue, you put your hook underneath, yarn over, pull out, then you pull through two. You can rewind or replay the video multiple times so that you get it right. I'll continue till I get to this end. So I've gotten to this end and I would insert my hook underneath, yarn over, bring out the yarn, yarn over and pull through these two loops. So this is what we have. You can also insert another stitch marker at this end so that you know where the last stitch is and your work would be straight. If you do not put a stitch marker and you are not aware of the number of your stitches, it is possible that you might be adding more or removing from your stitch, and at the end of the day your work might be going this way if you are adding more stitches, or be going this way if you are reducing the stitch. So the stitch marker will help you to keep track of both edges so that you can have straight edges. So I'll continue, I'll do more rows and I'll show you the results. I've done more rows. I did a total of 14 rows and this is how it looks. See how straight the two sides are. And to end, I chained one and cut off my yarn, and this is what we have. See how beautiful it is. This is the results. To count the number of rows that you have, you do 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. I did a total of 14 rows. So practice it more. The more you practice it, the better you get at it, and I also love to see your pictures. See you in the next video.